Not too long ago, maybe I can't say that anymore. A very long time ago, I showcased this puzzle book, and I was happy to showcase it because, it was made by the creator of two exceptional puzzle books in the past. But there's one big problem with the video. I got tons of comments saying I got two puzzles wrong, and that being the tutorial area too, kind of, like the tutorial chapter, not a good sign. Literally was born with lack of spatial skill. So I bought a bunch of these bead bracelets, and I'm gonna turn them into the puzzles in the game with string. Okay, no, not really, but you know what I do have? I coded an entire board editor that involves not just the ability to put any color and these squares, but you can draw a line and it connects the pieces automatically. Honestly, I kind of spent too long making it. I should be selling my Sokoban roguelike or doing anything about my Mindster bullet hell that I'm too depressed to make. Well, now that I chased away all the new viewers, we were at page 10 of the puzzle book. Not page 10, puzzle 10 here. This is one of the ones I messed up. Alright, nobody needs to see my disastrous button stylings. Okay, but yes, what I do last time, it was this, and I have it even accounts for the collisions. So that's what I actually made last part. Man, I hope there's no big mechanic reveals in the next page. That'll force me to spend a bunch of hours on more functionality. Okay, I might have got distracted and now the blocks display as connected. So, effectively, I need to draw a line between both players, these little aliens here, to make this target shape down here. As you can see, I can move this line, and it attaches it from edge to edge. You can't go through the same one twice. And some configurations, like if you attach these, that's fine, they kind of link together well. But then these cause collisions. Because the area that it's trying to connect to, which is this edge, is already being occupied by this block, basically. So you can't do that. So I believe I mentioned during my first video of this level that this S-piece must be like this. But the question is, how does that last bit connect? Because if we do that, then we don't have the aliens connected, so that's bad. That wouldn't solve the level. So otherwise, we could have this here instead with it being sideways. So to change that... Oh yeah, that's supposed to move it. Oh god. The code's already a mess. I don't know if they're gonna do diagonal spaghetti things, but that's not valid. But anyway, what I was trying to do is, instead of exiting through here, so I gotta start adding another feature, but, okay, so here, it can change the potential exit point of here. And we want this one because we can go sideways into that, and that makes the final shape. Whoop-de-doo. Also, I decided to recreate all the other levels, and that was one of the tutorial levels that I recreated there, just to make sure that I didn't get any of them wrong. Like, there's that one, and then here, back to level 10. Alright, here's puzzle 11 in the puzzle book. And you can see there's actually a yellow block. I'm just going to mark that yellow, so you wouldn't want to miss that detail. So, looks like no matter where you start, like, let's say you do that. Well, that's pretty bad, because, like, you're never going to get that yellow ever again. So, one of them, I don't know if it's this one or the other one, is going to get that yellow early on, is like, extremely early. Which kind of makes it seem like the rest are going to be curving like crazy. Except for this one in the middle. You need to do these 90-degree turn things in order to get these curves. But, don't do too many because this is going to happen and then you're going to go into yourself. Yes, as a one-by-one, you can go into yourself. So, this was bad because even though you make this shape the thing that you want, you want to, like, curve over the Y, like, this way instead, or this way. But doing this is already bad. It's already wrong. So, maybe here. And now the straight line block, which we'll mark red just for demonstration, I guess, because that's the one that's opposing the yellow, even though it's like, it's not real. That I'm just marking that red for clarity. Whoops. Oh my god, I didn't put that there. Continue this line. And there we go. You can see the red block is the one opposite the yellow. And the yellow, like, again, rotation is allowed. So you can turn. By the way, I added a rotation button. So now it looks exactly like that. Except, wait, we wanted it to look gray because whatever. Whatever, man. Level's done. Alright, this is the next. And you can see there's tons of bricks in here is what you would call it. But I didn't really color it brick. Whatever, who cares? So it looks very staircasey. I think there's only one way to split this, really, which is that. Oh god, I colored a wall, idiot. I'm so bad at numbers. Okay, but the long one is here, yeah? And something in here needs to snap to here. And the other half needs to snap to here. This... I want to rotate this so that we feel like okay, so this exit sucks, right? Because that would be the top of here, and we don't want the top of that to connect. We want the bottom or right of it to connect. So then we have the question of, well, even if it does connect here, yeah, we have this. Can I even survive out this? Because this is the wrong edge. This is the wrong edge. See, this is still the wrong edge. God, that's really bad. So exit out here instead. You know, this feels like it's going to have a problem, because how is that going to connect? Like, the opposing one that would connect here doesn't exist. It's like this edge that would connect to it well, and instead we get trash. Nope, nope. But see, we can visualize. The only playthrough where the trash will be fully visualized. So I mean, like, trash is like bad failure-ific solutions. Here, maybe. So that can connect all the way to the farthest point of that. Wow, there it is. Alright, kind of looks like we're between chapters, so there's the... oh god, it's Sasuke. Oh god, I think I know what this is. Maybe, and I don't know what I would even get for solving it. I know, like, that's kind of true for a normal puzzle too, but, like, especially for this. But there's two W's, which may correspond to the two aliens, so... this is Patrick's fault. If I want to put even more effort than this video already is, I would have made a CBA edition of that. So, efficiency is chapter 2. The work time flows in one direction. There is no repeat. Only permanent state performance of new. This is how they discover the hammer. Okay. Odd. Less than 5 copies. The path can pass through a piece multiple times for each time. It's not the same piece, but another copy of it. That's some more functionality I have to implement. And this puzzle's on the same page. Yeah, guess what? It doesn't stop me. Okay, well, actually, sometimes some videos I make, I have to surprise work, and then the video never gets made or uploaded. So, shouldn't say that. Anyway, we need to do what again? There's only one solution there. Yes, and there's an extra A to represent this is a copy of it. Yes. Alright, here's the next level. 14, which feels like I connect here to here. Okay, well, there it is. Nothing more needs to be said. Oh, I guess this is misleading. The extra floating dot. Oh my god, man. Okay, it honestly took like only 30 seconds to add. But how much work should I do on this before my mind decides I should charge for it instead of giving it away for free? What the hell? 15 and 16, I just looked at it and they're on the same page. If they're gonna do that, I might as well set mine on the same page as well, just for the memes. Alright. Here it is. It's just me though, but like there's not much you can even do that's different in here. Let's connect from that outwards and then a side addition will work. Okay, and like this, like, I mean, like this is the forced move here too. But if I do this the same way, it'll make a flipped addition of that, which will not work. So it probably needs to use the right side. Now I guess this is the time when you seriously question well, your visualization abilities, which mine have always been non-existent for forever. I don't think we do this. We do this one instead. And there we go. Next one, level 17. You know, someone's gonna be mad, for good reason, that I've been putting them where the target is at the bottom and the editable stuff is at the top. They're probably quite disappointed with me. Well, disappoint no more! Okay, but let's think about this. Oh, yeah, this is actually a big connected piece. So I need to use a different gray instead to represent the yellows. I know that's not the best solution, but whatever. And I CBA to make a special version of gray, which is actually black. Anyway, what are the exits? Here? Is there even an exit that looks good there? It doesn't even look like it. All those would all be on the outside. See, this now all of a sudden we need like edge annotations again. This is no, just no. But this needs to go into itself quite a lot. No, wait, this actually is so interesting. How many times it needs to like go into itself in any way? Maybe here. That looks like something, right? And now naturally, maybe here. No, I mean, that's kind of good. That's kind of good. We just need to, like, flip this, and then it looks like what we've been wanting the whole time. I mean, the top thing, yeah. Okay, and from this place, we can exit here. Boom. Alright, Nextio, level 18. So we obviously need to duplicate the... like, this block we go into multiple times. Oh, maybe delete the rotation and fix it. Yeah, but playing around with this... Okay, so first of all, to even get to this multiple times, it needs to maybe look like that. We're definitely not going inside it again. But I noticed that if I do this, this is not it. This is just not it because we need here and here, like the two blocks need to be sideways together. So that. And then where this goes, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's like it needs to go through this first before it re-enters there, doesn't it? Well, there it is. There it is. Goodbye. Bop, you know the drill. Okay, so how many times is it going through again? It's going 3. It's making 3 copies, because I see that we have this one. But maybe, like, I should be concerned with making the big shape first? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how to think of it. Like this one is going to be the middle of it, I guess. Flanked by 2 equivalents. Okay, you know, I'm very lazy. I just want to do this and see what it looks like. Okay. I mean, it is kind of interesting in a way, because that is the most amount. Like, we have entered and exited this the max amount of times. I guess that's another way to say that, like, it could never be like this, because you already run out of entries and exits if you do that. You could also, like, look at it by, like, if you look at the... Draw! Oh, yeah, it's because I put it here. If you look at that line... Am I missing something? Because that is the connection from here to here, but also that's an upside-down version of this. So why does it look like I need to connect to the same spot to clone this? Or maybe I'm missing something or whatever. Now, we've seen earlier as hell in the tutorial that it can't branch or cross or overlap, so there's nothing like that. Okay, there's another way to do... Okay, it could also be like this. That's way more likely to actually work. Let me just rotate this. So I think this is okay, like, and then connect out. I don't know about that one. Here, so you can see that that was corresponding to these. And now... here. Also, I added this. Nice little flash when the largest shape is a match. And there we go. Of course, there's no logic for, like, the player. Like, the player characters in there are just, like, images. They don't actually do anything, but yeah. Next, and I finally made them actually colored, so I could have done that earlier, whatever. Okay, so the way that these look... it's pretty clear that, like, this is responsible for these, all of them, like, and their direction is very defined, while this normal gray one is the one that makes this. So, like, my first thought is, like, here or here. Maybe rotation would make this make more sense, so that we are starting from the top right? Nope, not there. There. And then connecting out from where? Here, right? Boom. There it is. Isn't interactivity awesome? Wait. Stop. Stop the celebration. What the hell? That clearly is not a match with these. This is probably why this is here. So you can actually connect in the good way. It's not even like it was that... Oh god. What the hell am I doing, by the way? No, just don't connect to this. Just don't. It's obviously, by the way, that you don't, because, like, these two pieces, you cannot connect that middle directly to itself. This is not getting touched, so I don't know what... Like, I thought of that before, but whatever. It's done now. Hey, I'm gonna turn the celebration back on. Okay, here is the next one. And... Okay, so it's obvious that this one is, like... the big block makes up that one, yeah? But we have so much space. It's... odd. And the way these connect is through the red. So there should be a turn or something through the red for the red stuff to connect into themselves. Oh god, what the... Oh god, what the hell? What did it just do? I think the line just went over itself. Well, the preview says it's correct, therefore it is. Anyway, there's no actual way that red can connect to red, so we must go through here as a midpoint. Which probably means the yellow is connecting, like, into here, and then like this? So once again, there's ambiguity with this Z-shaped piece, because... Okay, that's kind of a funny visual. I changed them to pink so that I could notate them better. It doesn't matter if this one changes. Basically, this yellow needs to connect to the pink, and then the red connects to the other one. So the situation could be either like this, or the other way around, where the pink 2 is here, and the pink 3 is here, and it's just, like, flipped the other way. I'm also very curious about this underneath section, because puzzles are unique solutions, so, like, We need it between here and here, I think. Or, like, simply cannot make the underground move. Anyway, with the 1 of 2 layouts, this, I need to rotate it. And now imagine connecting to red from here. This already looks terrible, to be honest. There's no way that this isn't just super trapped, right? Let's try the other one. I know the pinks aren't that distinct. Sorry about that. I'm gonna need to rotate. So what's nice about this is that the yellow seems like it's going to connect a lot more smoothly there. And as for the purple, we have this. And yeah, we can't go into the underground section because the red absolutely needs to curve. We can't do this. So like, it just like, the uniqueness is just resolved by the bottom meaning nothing at all. Just kind of expected, but like I couldn't visualize it well because I'm stuck. Also, like, why is the celebration flash not working? Okay, that's kind of weird. Whatever, there we go. All right, what? Oh god, they even have to make it diagonal as an ultimate troll because it doesn't need to be. All right, it was annoying to do, but after days of work, diagonal grid is now supported. Okay, no, I didn't actually make that. All right, but here it is. We probably want to visualize the connections and potentials. For example, this is very suspicious, that connection there. But that one is from corner to corner, so it can never be our first one. Wait, no, that's strange. No. It has to be our first one in a sense, because that is the end of the chain. And the puzzle is symmetrical. So we can think about getting this one first, but that means we have to exit through a corner. Like here to... Oh god, that doesn't work out. Maybe rotate the other way so that we can have this one. Okay, well, that looks very suspicious. Because the whole bottom is ruined. Can we do it at the other angle? That looks maybe better. Now, oh, hold on. Let's check. Amazing collisions. Yay. Collision. All right. Just wanted to enjoy those. Oh, god damn it. But also I should probably form the line here. That's better. And I will connect from either here or here, but... Actually, that looks really good, right? It basically just connected to itself among those 4. And then I need an exit... Ah, shoot. Man, I really now want to... God, this is way too much scope creep, but imagine, like, as you go from the insides, it, like, projects the outward branches that you could do, and then it drops them in the preview. That's... no. I think it would actually go insane to do that. Okay, we need to do something just, like, something similar to this. There we go, got it. Except... No. We got it. Boom. Nice. So first of all... It's obvious that this is how the yellow bit is connected, right? That's the only way to make sense of these, and also I should set them to the actual gray compatible color. But even though we know this, what connects to what? Of course, the yellowish bit cannot connect to yellow. This is stuck on the edge, and it's awkward looking and very suspicious. It makes it feel like I need to do this, or something, but of course, like, you fill in this piece in the middle and then you do it. That was a pretty bad example of what I was intending to do. It just seems like what it is to me. We'll do a rotate. To get the one I need to go there, which looks maybe a bit odd. And then it's exit point. You think you could still get away with, like, going here so you can exit out sideways like this, and then you fill in the last bit. But good job, me. I just reduced and went back to my previous path. Oh my god! Well, there it is. Look at all the unused empty space down there. Alright, excellent. I mean, that really was just the first thing I thought of. Like, this is... I didn't, like, know for sure the corner of this would look like this, but, like, going here immediately, like, that seemed just intuitive to me and all that. Alright, here's the next one. It is, by the way, it says 4 difficulty on the bottom, but yeah. Okay, you can kind of see why, because this is split into many different potential greens. I think it looks like this, but we kind of want to be sure absolutely. There's no mirroring, so the top has to look like that. Just a little bit paranoid that it may be something else, but okay. And also, if we need this many copies, then we need to do something like take only the corner and then go straight line through the other path or whatever. Okay, clearly we have some collision issues going on here. Can we, like, grab this instead? Nope. Well. I guess that's what you get when you're freaking lazy. Although, like, the way this is arranged, it makes me suspicious that we wanted to get that way earlier on. This is just, by the way, laziness guessing, by the way. Here. God damn it! I mean, okay, it never flashed, so, like, it's not correct. Like, this straight is forced. This curve is also forced, but, like, this must end the chain. This straight line here can only correspond to this, right? Let's just check that for a moment. So this can connect to this fine, I guess. That works. But then we'll need, like, what, here? Is this it? If this is it, then we have to rotate. That didn't look fine. Here? Well, as you can see, this side is already ruined, so it needs to be the other way around. But there is no exit here. Look at here. We've messed it. Like, this is forced to extend this way, and it's really bad. I don't think it's working. Like, this straight line is not possible. I knew this had to be a thing. Is there a different way to... There is. Oh my god. It could be split like this, which I... Oh my god. Whoops. That was so likely to happen too, messing up like this. To not, like, notice there were two. Is there a straight line that's better this time? Yeah, maybe, because, like, this corresponds to this. Well, maybe, like, you should start levels by, like, doing this and just getting the sense of what potential shapes this could actually be, instead of the one that's you're looking at right now. Also, there's some, like, uniqueness laziness that I would love to do with the bottom here. Hold on. So if this is that, then I should rotate this way, so that this is the center here. It's like, what's the line gonna look like? Is this okay? Nope, collision just happened. Whoop. No. You know? That kind of looks good, doesn't it? It looks exactly like the bottom of this. We should extend this, which, by the way, I haven't coded anything for. Okay, do we actually have it done, though? Because I'm just gonna start from here and then make the turn. Because uniqueness. And there we go, we got it. There we go. Of course, the rotation is not accurate. We need to flip it again, but there we go. Cool. And yeah, the space was really efficiently used. Alright, let's go scroll down. There's another one of those. It's chapter 3, Strength, which I don't know if we're going to do in this video. Probably not, right? But we're going to perform the marriage, cross-hatching of a raw material to make a shell body to protect the soul from the winds of the dimensional force outside of time and space. Nothingness. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's, you can't make that shape naturally, but that different block type refers to collision, doesn't it? That has to be the way to get a different block. Oh my god, okay. Cool. 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 You know what's unbelievable is that this code, like, if it's just great, it works. Like, I didn't need to do anything extra, although I probably will need to have, I don't know, like a red version of gray, which is a little bit cursed that I don't know what to do with the color groupings yet, because it feels really inelegant if different colors get bunched up like this. Yeah, I wonder whether collisions were ever going to do anything. Yes, but somehow didn't think that you would design it in just this simple way where it just becomes a different block type. Anyway, I'm not going to do another, like, the mega strength chapter this episode. I feel like this episode's this reveal is enough for one part, but let's go. Let's go what? Let's go watch the outro.